in an obscure gym mentorship program. And in fact, it was so obscure that that the only testimonials that Alex had from this gym launch program were those that of gyms that he had filled up himself. Because right when he had switched the model for him flying out and doing these gym launches, these gym turnarounds for other gyms, he basically made a decision to stop doing that and then just to share all of his secrets with gym owners. And so I was like the fifth gym owner that actually did it the way where he shared all the secrets. And our business went from doing about 5,000 a month to doing $50,000 the very next month. Now, there was lots of reasons that all that happened, but like one of the reasons that it happened so quickly was that I was simply giving these steps, like do this and then do this and then do that and then do this. When they say this, you say this, and I followed it just to a T. I took all of the like my ego. I just said whoop. I just moved it over to the side, and I said, I am going to trust in you. I believe in you. I don't know who you are. You're some stranger on the internet, but I believe in you. And most importantly, I believe in myself. And so that was one of the reasons that it was successful, was that the thing actually worked. And then I actually just did it as prescribed. And we 10x'd our revenue literally in 30 days. And so along the way, Alex gave me specifically more plays, more of these strategies, more of these techniques, and they all worked. And then that was like April 2017. And by the time November came around, he had presented this Black Friday play to the entire group. And at that time, even though I had a ton of success with the original gym launch program, and then he had another program called HTP, which was selling high ticket, had a good amount of success with those two programs. I had never done any of the internal promotions that he had offered to the group. And looking back on it, I was just scared. I was just scared because I had never done before. I don't know if it was work. I had this literally this internal fear of like upselling my current customers. Like they were giving me money. It's like, so I was afraid to ask them to give me more money. Truth, right? And so when this Black Friday play that Alex presented to the group, it came up. I was very hesitant. I was very resistant to it. And I don't quite remember what it was that broke my belief on doing it. Outside of when I heard him say this play, I was just like, man, this one just makes a lot of sense. This one actually just feels better than the rest of them, perhaps. And so I just decided to continue to trust Alex and follow through on this Black Friday promotion and offer them to my current gym clients. And lo and behold, it worked, just like everything else did, right? And so for the next 4 years after that, I continued to follow this Black Friday promotion, and every single year it worked. And then when we started our cleaning business back in 2020, we started in October 2020, so the very first year we actually didn't do it in our cleaning business, but the following year, November of 2021, I was like, let me try this Black Friday promotion that we did in our fitness business. Let's try this in the cleaning business. I had to make a couple tweaks to it, a couple things that I thought that I had learned along the way, and lo and behold, it worked. I was like, cool. So last year, November 2022 came around, and I tried to make a couple more tweaks. It worked even better. I was like, dang, this is pretty cool. This thing actually works. And so this year, I actually saw this in the group. Someone had mentioned that Alex had did a Black Friday video on his YouTube about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I saw everybody getting excited about it. And I was like, yeah, that's a reminder. Like I should do that play again this year. Literally, I almost forgot again. And so then I saw someone inside the group had talked about intro promotions, and I was like, what if I just share this Black Friday play with everybody in the group, and then they can just plug and play it and see for themselves that it works, right? Or worst case scenario, you can see for yourself it doesn't work. But even if it doesn't work for you, the cool part is that it doesn't cost you anything. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. I'm going to build the Black Friday campaign for my business. You guys can follow right along, and James is going to drop the copy for the emails. Going to drop the copy for the text as we go. I'm going to give you guys links for where you can get the Black Friday cards at, and just give you an overview of what this play is. And unless you hate money and you don't like getting paid to get new customers, then please do not do this play. If you're not into that kind of stuff, then just sit back, actually just turn the Zoom off and go do something else, right? Because if you want to get paid to get customers, this is a great play. So you guys down with that? Oh, James just dropped it. Thank you, James. James on the spot. You know that old saying, Johnny on the spot? It's James on the spot. So James just dropped that link. So you guys have that. Go save it before we get into this. Save it somewhere. I always get people who ask me after the calls like, hey, I forgot to get the link, or it didn't save, or Apple products suck and they don't, and it just disappeared. Something crazy like that. Grab it, save it, email it to yourself. Because if you don't get it now, I ain't gonna give it to you. This is not going to be in the masterclass. So if you're watching this, sorry, like this link will not be in the masterclass. You have to be on here live. That's my bribe to get you actually show up live for these things. Because the more that you interact live with the group, the more you get out of this, the higher commitment level you'll have. So make sure you grab it. And if you don't get it right now, and you're watching this on a recording, or somehow you lose this, then make sure that you are friends with somebody inside this group. Make sure you're friends with somebody on this call so you can ask them for it. I will not be giving it to you. Go make some friends. Okay. That's what friends are for. Cool. All right. In the chat, let's rock and roll. I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to get rid of the chat here. So I'm not going to ignore you guys, but I'm going to turn my chat off. Oops. That was the wrong screen. Okay. Adi and Lucas, you guys are the ones who I see top my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see the Black Friday? Cool. Okay, so yeah. This is the doc that you guys have in the chat. Again, if you don't have this doc, James will drop it again because James on the spot. Grab this doc. You're not going to see it again. Okay, unless we ask for it again on the Zoom later. But grab that doc. So these are the email sequence. There's going to be 4 emails. We're going to send out an email today. The reason why I did this train today is because it's time sensitive. This first email goes out tonight. Okay. The last one goes out on Black Friday, but there's 4 emails that are going to go out, and you can see everything that is in yellow is that you need to change. Okay. Trying to make this as simple as possible. The things that's in yellow, that's all you need to change. Okay. If you want to go through and you want to adjust the copy or adjust some words, by all means do it. If you do not care, then just change the yellow stuff and press play. Okay. Okay, so all the email stuff's up top. At the very bottom, you'll see the texts. Okay, so the text, there's 2 texts. Okay, that's it. Actually 2 days of text. We text on Wednesday and then we text on Friday. So the text will go out today. You literally, so just as a side note, you can do this without the emails. You can just do text as well. As we get into the text, I'll explain why I like the emails as the first form. And we actually have some bonuses as well. So down here, we have some cool bonuses that we are giving to our clients. And then right here is where I'm going to share with you what the Black Friday cards look like and where to get them. Okay, so that's the overview. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into the place where we send emails. So I use Constant Contact. You guys might use Aweber. You guys might use something else. Heck, you might even just use your simple Gmail. Like you can do this with just your simple Gmail. Just blind carbon copy all your lists and just send it out. Okay, but I use Constant Contact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Constant Contact, which I already have open. I go to, I think the simplest way that I like to do things, I'm just going to show you how I do it. Okay, I just go back to the last email I posted, which was I sent an email to you guys for this training, and I just make a copy. Okay, make sure that because it keeps all the formatting the same. It keeps all the like who it goes to and from the same, which I'm gonna have to change in this one because I'm changing it to Katie's name rather than my name. But outside of that, that's why I do. I like to make copies, keep everything the same. Okay, so this is going to be Black Friday. Call this 5-star. It's like cleaning company, 5-star Black Friday, numero uno. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I do is I go up to subject here. So again, if you guys saw this email, this would look familiar to some of you guys. The subject, please don't think I'm crazy, right? So the point of any sort of email subject is simply to get them to open. Okay. If you guys have no experience or zero experience with email marketing, you're like, oh, that's clickbait, that's this, that's that. It's like, yes, it works. That's why it's a thing. Okay. Now the better you get at it, the less people are concerned about it. But who cares if they're concerned about it as long as they open the email? That's all that really matters. Okay. So this is what I use. Please don't think I'm crazy. Black Friday deal. Save. Okay. And then we're going to come down here to the actual thing itself, to the actual email copy. This one's a really short one. It's really nice. Okay. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to plug it in right here. Da-da-da. Okay. I'm going to make this so it's already 16, which is nice. Okay. And then where it says, hey, client name, you can see here, this is a nice part about being an autoresponder. You can come into insert, contact details, and then you can put in their first name right here. So it actually auto-populates their first name. And if they don't have their first name in there, friend. There you go. I like to put friend. Insert friend. Hey, first name, comma. I'll keep this short. Wanted to give you a heads up tomorrow. I'm unveiling a pretty amazing offer for Black Friday. I'm sure there are a lot of things, but I promise this won't be one to take advantage of. I'm limiting 5 per person of these massively discounted 80% off mystery items. Look for my email tomorrow. And then all the stuff that we do for our clean company comes from Katie. So everything's labeled from Katie. So then I go like this, I hit bold, and then I'll go into, I got to change this email from our and reply to the right. Those in 5-star cleaning from name, Katie Manzanares. This is why I like doing copies, even though on the next one it'll make more sense. This first one didn't make sense, but okay. So then I go to check preview. I'll send myself a test. Send now. And if you guys ever do any writing or any copy, there's something really weird about like when you write something down and literally as simple as you switch screens, you put it in a different document and you go back and read it, like it reads differently. Like you find flaws, you find errors, you find like it's like editing magic 101 is like do a first draft. You don't even need time. You literally just can take it, put it on a second piece of paper or on a second document, and you start reading through it, and you're like, oh my gosh, you see all the problems, you see all the holes in it. And then you literally can do it again as many times as you need to. So little strategy for you guys. Oh, one more strategy. I'll give you guys this too, since I'm talking about it. So one of the apps I use to do that is I use this thing called Hemingway Editor. I actually got this from Alex. It's really cool. So you can actually you can use this as your second draft. And what it does, the idea of the Hemingway Editor is it makes your copy as concise as possible. So it limits run-on sentences, it limits using adverbs, it just makes things really simple, and you can see like readability from a grade level, how many words are in it. Yeah, so little hack for you guys if you're doing lots of writing is I use this as my second draft, and then I'll take this second draft and I'll put it back in my Google Doc. I'll do a third draft there, and then I'll actually leave it, and then I'll come back, and if I have to make a ton of changes, then I'll put it back on this Hemingway. But usually I only do one draft on this Hemingway, unless I make a lot of changes, then I'll put it back on there just to confirm that all my sentences are tight. So little hack for you guys. Bonus. Call that a bonus, okay? All right, let's go check our email here. We can talk about cost segregations too if you guys want to. I just saw that in my email. Okay, please don't think I'm crazy. Black Friday deal. So this is what it looks like. I usually like to actually check this on my phone because most people use their phones. So usually actually we'll check this on my phone to see what it looks like. I'll just show you guys on here, but on my phone, I look at it just to see that the headline looks good, the subheadline looks good, and then I actually will go through it and I'll do a quick little, see how this is off. You can see that the formatting is different. So now we got to come back in here and 16, make sure it's Arial. Okay. We could even maybe just bold it too, even. Let's just boom. All right, keep this short. Wanted to give you a heads up that tomorrow I'll be unveiling a pretty amazing black offer, limiting 5 per person, massively discounted. Cool. All that looks good. It's coming from the right email. Goes on 5-star cleaning. Okay, so this looks good. There is no call to action on this first email. It's just curiosity. Okay. Does that make sense for everybody? Like there is no call to action. It's just to get people curious. So even if you haven't emailed somebody for a long time, this is a great way to just say, hey, I'm going to email you something tomorrow, rather than just coming off like, here's an offer. Like it's almost, even if you haven't, even if you haven't given through email list, this basically sets it up. Okay. So again, we made this change. I'm going to go back through and send the test again just to confirm that it looks good now. So this looks better right here. Just confirm. There we go. Hey, Logan, keep this short. Wanted to give you a heads up. Okay, so that looks good. So now we're going to go to continue. If you want to, you can put a picture in here. Again, like all these, I'm just giving you the bare bones example. Okay, your cleaning list. So whatever your list is that you have your cleaning prospects on. Cleaning prospects. Mine is this one right here. Schedule for later. So this is actually going to go out tonight. I'm going to put it at, let's say 6 p.m. tonight. You can do 5, you can do 4. Just set it out today sometime. It doesn't matter. Do it at 7 o'clock tonight. Most likely when you send out anything in the afternoon, you'll get most people who open up in the morning. So it's less important. Like most people, let me take this back. It depends on your target market. So because this is going to consumers, they actually most likely will actually open this up tonight. When I send emails to you guys, for example, I expect you guys to open up in the mornings. So but if I can send it in the middle of the day, like 12 or 1 o'clock, there's a good chance of you guys opening it. But if I send anything at nighttime, I expect you guys to open in the morning. So I'll either send stuff at late night or in the morning, just so you guys have it in your inbox in the morning. So, okay. 11:21, that looks right. 6 p.m. tonight. Perfect schedule. Let's see what we got here. Do we have the first one? Black Friday deal. Please don't think I'm crazy. November 21st, that's today, 6 p.m. Okay. We got the first one out, guys. Is that exciting? Do we feel like we're winning? What's the chat? Oh, Pat says there's a typo. I'll be limiting. Let's see here. Go back to screen number 2. We'll unschedule it now. See, now we're already messing things up. Yeah. I'm actually less concerned about typos, to be honest with you guys. Then people know that it's coming from a real person. It's actually coming from Katie. That's what people actually think then. Right? Edit. But for the sake of Pat's a military man. He wants everything to be perfect. Everything's got to be right. If it's not right, you're off the team. I'll be limiting. I'll be limiting this to 5 per person. I'll be limiting. Okay, let's read this right. I'll be limiting this to 5 per person of these massively discounted 8% mystery items. Cool. Okay, let's update this in here. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Pat. Done. Continue. All right, so we got 1 email done. Now we're going to go on to email number 2. Once we get this scheduled again, everything should have been saved. Schedule for later. Cool. Schedule. Oops. Cool. Okay. Everything saved. Okay, so we got email number 2. Does anybody have any questions so far? So I'm going to stop for 5 minutes because this is where we start to lose people because it's just screens. It's just screens and things. So leave back in the chat. Did anybody have any questions on that? Well, yes, Gloria. Perfect. So let's get into number two because we haven't even talked about the deal yet. That's a great question. Kitty would never allow a typo. She actually wouldn't. That's so funny. She wouldn't. Okay. So any questions? I'm gonna give it 30 more seconds before we dive into email number two, so you guys actually learn what the offer is. And we'll go from there. You guys cool? You guys ready? You guys still here? Thumbs up in the chat. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. This is basically like I'm doing it by myself, but you guys are all watching me. Bunch of voyeurs. Okay, cool. Appreciate y'all. Okay, let's do this. Let's do email number two. So I'm simply going to make a copy of this, just like yay. Who can guess what I'm going to name it? I have to get real fancy with my names, my internal names. Number two. Okay, so now we're going to move down here. So the next thing we're going to do is subject. We're going to do the headline. Closest thing to free money. And then gift that keeps giving. Okay. All right. So this one is going out tomorrow. You guys can see. Oh, there, look at that. There's the fine print. Somebody asked about that. There's the fine print. Okay, paste it. This is great. Actually moved everything to 16 already besides that. If you guys want to get real fancy, you guys can like bold certain letters. That's what I usually do, but for the sake of this training, I'm not going to bold anything. But happy Thanksgiving Eve. Again, as we read through this, here's the offer. You guys ready for this? So this is where now you guys actually know what you're promoting. So we're giving away $50 gift cards for only $10 for friends and family. That's why this play is so good right here. It's 80% off, which means that this play is meant for your current customers. However, you can. This is why I've said I'm not going to limit this to just current customers, because sometimes we have prospects who are not our current clients will ask for this. And so it's essentially like them paying $10 to get a $50 gift card, which we already do a $50 cleaning voucher in your first visit anyway. So it's like, cool. Now it's only $40 basically. And you're paying for it, which means the likelihood of you actually using it is very, very high. So that is the offer. People can buy a $50 gift card for $10. It is for friends or family members only. So this offer, when you send this to your current customers, it's recommended to current customers for that reason, because now you're going to get referrals. You're going to get your clients' friends. You're going to get their family members. You're going to get their mothers, maybe their kids, and it's a highly qualified referral because they've already paid for it. And so the nice part about having the payment on this card is that it creates value. Monetary exchange creates value. Okay, that's why something like Deck in a Day is super valuable, because people will pay lots of money to come out there and they spend lots of time and energy out there. And so the whole experience in itself is more valuable because of the resources that it takes to get there. Okay. Now, that's an extreme example. On the other end of the example, we have free, right? And there's the old common saying that nobody values free. However, that's not completely true, because if you guys didn't value free, you guys wouldn't be on here. Okay. So, but when it comes to our current customers, if we can get them to value a gift card by making them pay for it, then it creates a ton of value. And the type of referral that you'll get from this play is so good. It's really good. Like, they are almost a shoe-in. Not 100%, you'd be surprised, but most people that they give this gift card to will take advantage of it. Okay. And so the idea of this is that you give a $50 gift card for $10. And so now your current client has this $50 gift card that they can give as a stocking stuffer. They can give as a gift to someone in their life. And like, how cool is that? Like, they had to pay $10 to get a $50 gift card. Like, that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's basically what this copy, that's what it talks about all the way through here. And this is something that we added that I found to be actually really cool and people actually really like, is we offered a for you gift. So that was this is a gift for somebody else, but now I actually will give you a gift for you. When you purchase these gift cards for somebody else, I want to reward you. And we give a cleaning, there's a typo. Thank you, Pat. I felt Pat right there. I felt Pat. He was like, I can see that. We give away the cleaning army handbook, the cleaning army laundry guide, and the kids chore chart. Okay, these are 3 little things that we purchased from somebody, and we just give them away to our clients, right? And people really like it. I don't know why they like it, but they like it. And so you guys can find those at the bottom of this Google Doc right here. But those are the 4 you gifts that we give to our clients for showing their appreciation to their friends, family members, all people that they're going to buy these gift cards to. Like that is the key. That's like the modification that I made last year, and like, dude, it makes the offer so dope. So, and then yes, the fine print at the bottom. Only 1 gift card redeemed per person. So some stories we've had in the past is that people try to buy these gift cards and they try to combine these gift cards to basically get a total free thing. This was more when we did it in the fitness gym, and so we learned our lessons from there, and we just put the bottom, this gift card can only be redeemed, one gift card can be redeemed per 1 person. Okay, and the clean has to be minimum $200, so they can't just get a $50 clean. Okay, so that's how the offer works. Everything looks good here. Let's do a check and preview. Let's send a test. So everything should have saved. So my email should have saved. It should have said coming from Katie. At this point, we're just going to come through here and we're just going to double check our spellings, I guess, and anything else that we need to look for on here. I'll check the email and see if you guys need my spell checkers. Just as a total side note, who would want to do a training on cost segregation? Does anyone know what cost segregation is? Who wants to know how to not pay taxes? Who wants to know, like, so all the information you learn from the masterclass and from being inside this group is going to put you in a situation where you make money. Okay, you make lots of money, and then all of a sudden you have your next problem of, now I got to learn how to pay taxes, or now I have to pay taxes. I don't want to pay taxes. And so then you need to know the strategy of how to not pay taxes, and that's by buying real estate, doing cost segregations. Does anyone ever want to learn that? That's something that we've been doing for a few years. Like it's the next level game. But if you want to make a lot of money and also not pay taxes, cost segregations. Let me guys know if you guys are interested in that. That could be like a total side training that we do. Okay. Okay, this is coming. See who it's coming from. Katie Manzanares. Great. Boson 5-star. Gift cards, 80% off. That means okay. Will someone just read this and tell me in the chat? I don't want to read this. I'm going to trust you guys. I'm going to use you guys. No, Pat, I'm talking about why you would use cost segs. I can tell you if you guys actually need to do a cost seg, I can give you a referral. But like, is anyone interested in actually what a cost segregation is? Like, some people are like, what the heck is that? Never even heard of that thing. I can not pay taxes. Yes. Well, first off, how about you just make money and then you can learn how to not pay taxes? But okay. Did anyone read this thing? Is there any problems? I'm going to trust you guys. Could someone read it and let me know if there's any typos? Pat, tell me now or forever hold your peace. I'm not leaving until I get the go ahead from Pat. Okay, good, perfect. My favorite. Good enough. All right, so it's good enough. All right, so we're going to go to oops. Continue. Okay, this is email number 2. We're going to schedule this for Thanksgiving Eve. Okay, make sure our list is the same here. And if you're not using an autoresponder, you can literally just, like, if you have your emails, you can put them into Google. Put them as blind copied. Your clients will appreciate you for that. I'm not giving their email to everybody else. Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's put this at, let's go 5 o'clock. Excuse me, let's go 6 o'clock. We'll just keep it consistent. Schedule for later, 11:22, that's tomorrow. Schedule. Cool. And the cool thing about this is I can always come back behind, which I probably will come back behind later and actually double check it again. You guys make me nervous. I gotta rush. Okay. November 22nd, 6 p.m. That's tomorrow. Cool. Okay. Make a copy. Okay, before we go on again. Questions. We have 50 people on here. It's awesome. People are excited about this. Love it. The nice thing about this play is that it doesn't cost you any more money. Like, so cool. Okay. If we have more terms for the gift card redemption, would you put them at the end of the email, or just write other terms apply? Yeah. Do what makes you confident, Melissa. 100%. Great question. Like, the thing is that you're gonna have to get on a phone call. I shouldn't say this, because these are like primarily people who are gonna be buying this are your current customers. Like, you can just tell them and they will be okay with it, right? Now, the fact that when you send this, if you send this out into your prospect list, then you definitely have people who don't trust you as much, which means they'll ask more questions. They'll be more skeptical, which is fair. So just understand what list you're sending it to. If you're just sending it to your current clients, like, they'll just say, yes, I want to support you. Plus I can support my friends and family members. That sounds like a win-win. Like, you truly, the reason why this play works so well is because you're adding a ton of value. Like, you're doing something really, really cool. So, all right. I don't see any more questions. So let's go ahead and let's.
Hey, Logan.
Hey,
I'm working. Do you mind if I just ask you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I was considering like making a video and trying to email it that way. I was thinking of going in the mall, maybe somewhere where it's a lot of like holiday decorations, stuff like that. Just making the video. Is that not a good idea? Should I just stick with
Yeah,
the
it's great.
email?
Just
I was going to still email it, of course, but
put it in as many places as possible. Like, I'm showing you the one simple way to do it. If you guys want to put it in your Facebook groups, if you guys have Facebook groups, if you guys want to go take this other places, like, do you, right? Like, this works. If you want to add to it, like, doing more work is never going to be hurtful. How much return you're going to get on that work, I have no idea. Like, this is the only way that we've done this play. We do email and text. We found that to be the highest return for the amount of effort required to implement it. But if you want to put it other places, then go for it.
got it. Yeah, I was going to put a video in the email or text along with.
Go for it.
Gotcha. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Ooh, dude. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. So let's go to email number 3. Who's ready for email number 3? Who's ready for this one? All right, make a copy. Email number 3. Let's go back here. Let's go check it out. What does email number 3 have to say? This one goes out on Turkey Day. Yodeling pickle. Does anyone know what a yodeling pickle is? Somebody Google yodeling pickle and then put it in the chat so people can check out what a yodeling pickle is. This one I'm actually not going to do a pre-header. Should leave it blank. So if you, just as a side note, if you're using an autoresponder, if you don't use a pre-header, it just automatically takes what your first sentence is from your email. As a side note. So we're gonna grab this. This email is actually really funny. It's a funny email. Okay. Let's format it. All right, this looks good. There are other $10 items. So again, like, all we're doing here is comparing $10 items. So if you guys want to, by all means, go through here and find $10 items of your choice that you found on Google. Like, if you want to make this really fancy and you want to take some ownership over it, if you want to, then do that. I haven't even looked at these. I've never Googled any of this stuff, but a yodeling pickle. That's the one that sticks out to me. Okay, now I'm curious for myself. I got to figure out what a yodeling pickle is. Oh yeah, inflation, $13. Dang it. Yeah, that, I don't know. This could be like a gift for maybe a spouse or something, like a gag gift. All right, so funny. All right, yodeling pickle. So anyway, this is just comparing other $10 gifts that somebody that your current clients could give to their friends, family members, or they could give a $50 gift card for $10. Okay. We have this expiring on Saturdays at 12 p.m. Originally, it expired on actually Black Friday itself, but we found that so many people are actually would text us on Saturday asking for it, and we just said, okay, an exception. So now going forward, we just do it on Saturday at 12. So that's when we close it out. Other than that, again, we always talk about the bonuses. So those are the four, those are for friends and family member gifts, and then the four me gifts. The ones for them are the handbook, the laundry guide, and the kids short chart. Okay, and I did spend $100 on those, just if you guys are curious, and you guys get those free. So that is actually true. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Keep an ear out. Cool. There you go. Does that look good, Pat? Pat, are we good here? Yep, we'll talk about that. That's a great question, Taylor. So stay on. I'm going to talk about once we actually get to the gift cards, how we actually do the gift cards. Okay, cool. Pat says we're good. All right. So let's just send a test and make sure it comes up nice in our email inbox. That's mainly what I'm looking for here. Again, I actually usually check this on my phone, but cool. Check it here. Oops, Yodeling pickle. Sweet. Looks good. Continue. This goes out on Thanksgiving. So this one I'm actually going to send in the morning, because usually people do their Thanksgiving in the afternoon. So this is going to go on Thanksgiving Day, which is Thursday. We're going to send this out at, let's go, 11 a.m. Schedule. Okay, we got the third email. So before we do the final email, let's check the chat one more time. Got dropped from Zoom. Kim got kicked out. Sweet. Last year, Stripe can make the gift cards for you. The customers can buy it. The money goes to your account. The client texts you the name of the person number while they're buying for them. Contact them. Yeah. Yep. Question using ZoomAid. Hey, it was a current clients. Okay, that's actually a good email. So if you guys do want to separate your list, yeah. Who said that? Audie, great job. So Audie put in the chat how you guys actually separate your list, and actually that's why I have this up here. Is so if you go to ZenMaid, this is what we use. You guys use Jobber, you use Made Central, you use Booking Quality, you use some other baloney CRM, then go to your contacts. I just go to all contacts. And then how you separate it by list. So if you want to just send it to your current clients, we have our reoccurring customers. It's right here. And then you simply could come up here to actions and you export data and just the only 170 clients that are reoccurring. And then you can select your information. I'm going to deselect all this because really all I want is their email and their phone number, and then their first and last name. Export CSV. And this actually goes to your email. And then you have you grab the CSV file, and then let me just see if I can get into Katie's email.
Hey, Logan, we can't see your screen if you're trying to screen share.
Oh my gosh, Audie, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, Audie, for being the person who yelled at me. Okay, so back to ZenMaid. So this is ZenMaid. Again, you might be using something else. Let me just go back to here. So this is all records. What I do in ZenMaid specifically is I just go under recurring customers and it grabs them. And I come over here to actions, export data. So whatever thing you're going to be using will be something similar. So I could do all contacts, which I do not want. I just want the 170 I have filtered. I'm going to deselect all this. First name, last name, phone numbers, emails. Go to the bottom, click export. Cool. It sends it to my email. This one is actually under Katie's email, so I'm going to go see if she has it. It's right here. Cool. So open this with Google Sheets. and now you have your CSV file right here, or this is actually your sheet, excuse me, and then you just download it as a CSV file. So where do I go? This download CSV, comma separated values, just like yay, it's going to download. There it went. And then if you go into constant contact, then you would just create your list right there here. So contacts, all contacts. Add contacts. Actually, let me create a new list first. List, create list. So clients 11, 21, 23, save. And then you simply could just add contacts, upload from file, browse. We're going to take that CSV file that I just did right there. Oops. Okay, first name, last name. This is going to be email. Oh, it's actually phone numbers. Excuse me. Phone and then email. Continue. I have permission. Send me an email. Upload. So that's how you separate your list if you guys want to separate your list from your CRM. So if you don't have a CRM, well, this is why you need a CRM. So you can actually do these type of things. So there you go. It shows that 155 were imported, 17 didn't. There's reasons why. But that's how you separate your list. You can do the same thing for, I go back into ZenMaid. I can separate mine by former customers. So I could have this list. I could do it by customers who bought one time, and I could also do it by just leads. Right. So there's ways to separate this out. Great question. Okay, let me check the chat. Thank you, Adi, for that. Yeah, Susan Bianchini. Everyone loves Susan Bianchini. If you guys have been part of the masterclass, you guys have heard me talk about Susan Bianchini time and time again, and she is still a client of ours. 3 years later, we had Kitty M, and Kitty D put together a Thanksgiving for our team last Thursday. So we had our team over, had a nice little Thanksgiving, and we gave away some gifts to our team. And we did like a trivia thing in order to see who got the gifts, right? And so there was like 10 questions, and one of the questions was, who was our first ever client? And so, like there's some cleaning techs who've been with us for years. There's people who've been with us just for a couple months. People who just was like their first week. And so it was funny to reminisce about some of the history of our cleaning company with our team. And at the same time, we got our team involved in like them hearing about the history as a way for them to like earn prizes. They also got to learn like who our first clients were, when the company was founded. Just some fun facts about the company that made us all closer together. So cool. Tyler, if you say I can't see your screen, but I can't see you in the chat, then we both are blind. We're both yelling at each other. So do what Adi did. Just yell at me, like unmute. Okay. You guys ready? You guys ready for email number 4? This is the final email, and then we'll get into the texting. You guys ready? Tyler, don't look confused. It's okay. It's okay to yell. Tyler's very soft-spoken. Tyler's actually very witty. The more I get to know Tyler, the more I'm impressed with Tyler. Just so you know, Tyler. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. And let's get into email number 4. See now, because I had to answer that question, I'm all jacked up. I can't just simply hit copy. Go back to my campaigns. Dang it, Jose. Throwing me off for a tangent. Okay. So I think I can kind of go this. Copy. Look at that. Figured it out. Can anyone guess what we're going to call this one? Come on. Come on. Somebody guess. Somebody guess in the chat. What are we going to call this one? Nobody wants to guess. Last our Black Friday finale. Ha, got you. Switching up on you guys. Make sure you guys are paying attention. Okay, so Black Friday finale. Okay, so this one's going to be sent on Black Friday. We're going to start with the subject line. Super clickbaity, bro. Can't believe you do that stuff. You're so clickbaity. Running out of guards. So cringy. All right. Black Friday. Da, da, da. Yeah, PS. This is a huge PS on this one. All right. Paste it. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is the final one, final email. So Black Friday greetings. Da, da, da. So again, just confirms everything that we went over and putting a little urgency and scarcity behind the offer. The power of actually having like a physical cards is that you can create true urgency. Excuse me, true scarcity. And urgency is that the deal is only good for till Saturday at 12 p.m. Like those things are real, and so use them because they work. Even you guys get used by those types of emotional triggers, urgency and scarcity. Okay, you're not above it. I definitely not above it. Okay, so read through it. Everything looks good. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I think I should in this one. I want to put this in. I want to bold this. Cool. Keep Katie's name being bolded here. Happy Friday. This is true. We did sell out. This is really good. This is actually something that like this is an offer we use on this, but we actually use it on all of our offers, and I think a lot of people miss out on this. It's like we guarantee our results 100%. So if any time in the next 30 days is purchasing whatever, like a cleaning service, like we will refund you your money if it's not good enough. Like that's a great way to overcome lots of sales on the front end. For this, like just it's even easier. It's like give back their if somebody doesn't want their $10 gift card, by golly, give their freaking $10 back. You cheapskates. All right. PS, let's bold this. PSS. Yeah, so again, this is the last reminder. This is for clients only. This is a gift card, not a me card. Best talking stuff I can think of. Plus, you get all the cleaning army handbook, absolutely free. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, Pat, does it look good? I'm gonna send a test, and I'm gonna come back to the chat. You let me know if it looks good. All right. This email. 24 hours left. Black Friday still live. Let me check my phone. Okay, so this is an example. I check my phone and it like actually cuts off the live. So I'm actually going to, I need to either eliminate one of these words. So I'm gonna say Black Friday. Is live. Let's see if that works. So you guys can't see this because I can only see it on my phone, but like if you look in here, like it obviously reads the whole thing, but again, most people check their emails on their phones. So I'm just checking to see if the headline, what it looks like on my phone. Oops, didn't click it. All right. Okay, let's go check the chat. Pat, is it good? It's perfect. Oh my gosh. Tyler says it's not PPS, not PSS. See? Thank you, Tyler. See? Teamwork. PPS. PPS. Let's change it in here. PPS. Looks good. All right. Lost my chat. Chat at. All right, someone type something. Oh, there's the chat. So I lost you guys for a second. Okay. Cool. Thanks, James, for helping Kim out. All right, guys, so we have our final email here. We just do this right here. Everything looks good. Pat and Tyler give us the good to go. Continue. This is going to go out on Black Friday. This goes out at 12 p.m. on Black Friday. That's what the copy says. So we're going to align with what the copy says. And for everybody who saw me do that new list, if I wanted to send it to just that list of our current clients, if I go type in clients right here, right there, there's that list. So we could just send to that list, but we're going to send to the whole list, because I don't mind if some people who are not clients want to take advantage of this and they want to buy it for themselves. They're not a client. I'm good with it. We'll make an exception for them because they're not current clients. Okay, 11/24/23, Friday, 12 p.m. schedule. All right. Okay, so now we got the emails, ready to rock and roll. So the emails are the simplest or the easiest things to do. It took me an hour, but it could literally probably take you guys half that time. Okay. So those emails, you know how much it costs for us to send those out? Yeah. We're going to send 2,300 emails out. It's not going to cost us any more than if we send out 100 emails. Like, cool. Pat's question, are they all being sent out at 6 p.m.? The first two are sent out at 6 p.m. The one on Thanksgiving Day sent out at 11 a.m. And then the one on Black Friday is sent out at 12 p.m. So cool. Okay, so that's the emails. So you'll get some response from those. Okay, but where you're going to get the majority of the people who are actually going to buy these is going to come from your texting. So let's scroll down here. Let's go back to our sheet here. So again, James, will you drop the sheet for anybody who got on late or anybody who got disconnected from Zoom and didn't save this document? James will drop it in the chat again. So let's go down to the text campaign. So this text campaign will actually be sent out tomorrow morning. Okay. And so here's the text that we're going to send to people. It's going to say, Happy Thanksgiving Eve. I'm actually going to update this a little bit. Curious. It's my favorite word. Curious. If you saw our email yesterday about the Black Friday deal we were running, 80% gift cards for friends and family and free guides for you. Most clients are going to say no. Okay. It's okay. It's like, awesome. You can check your email, but I'll just tell you here, you can buy a $50 gift card for only $10. So basically this is just giving, like once you get a response here, it's just an invitation for you to actually tell them the offer. But if you just come out and just do the offer right away, it's very spammy, even to current clients. But if you can ask the question, curious if you saw this thing, they will respond something. If they said yes, then awesome. Like ask if they want to buy a gift card. Right? But most people will say no. And then you can just say this, right? And then most people will say yes, right? And then this right here. So the key to this whole process is this thing right here. It's 5 per customer. Because what this does is that it puts an automatic default that like 5 is the most you can buy. So most people will they don't want to make a decision. So there's like, should I buy 2 or 3? Like, I'll just buy 5. So from each customer, you're getting an extra $50 from. Like, it's really good. It's like, so do you want to do 5 or do you want to do a different number? Like, you can use it as your default. And all of a sudden somebody just gave you $50. And if you have 10 people do that, you just made $500. Don't be surprised if that happens. That actually is the probability of that happening is higher than not happening. Anyway, this is gold right here. Okay. Other than that, like that's your opening script. Okay. Most people will respond to you. And then the second piece of that on Black Friday is whether they responded or not. Like obviously, if they had responded, they bought gift cards, like you don't need to send them this message. But if they didn't respond to you, then you can set a follow-up message saying, not sure if you saw my email, or you can say this, or if they didn't respond to your last text, not sure if you saw my last text, but we have a handful of Black Friday gift cards left. All you have to do is simply reply back to this text with how many, and I will set them aside for you. Appreciate you, right? And people will respond back to that message. So I'm definitely more cautious with the texting because I don't because people are more sensitive to being spammed in their on their cell phones. So that's why everything is set up is like it's super sensitive to that. But you will get the majority of people who will buy gift cards will come from texting, and you don't have to hop on phone calls. They literally, you can just tell them right then and there. Like they'll say I want 5, and then your follow-up question is going to be, do you want to use the card on file? Use your payment information on file, whatever you guys use. Right, that's going to be like the final thing. Right, it's like how many, and then you want to use payment information on file, and you say yes, and then you literally just bill them. It really is that simple. It's really cool. Okay. So how to do the actual text message. So depending on what platform you're using, everyone has their own different things that they use. I'm going to show you in Just Call 2 different ways how to do it. So again, you can pull that same list of your current clients, which we already did. So if I go to, so in Just Call, you can send a bulk SMS. It's almost like sending like a bulk email. Okay. And so you come through here and you create a campaign. I'm going to call this Black Friday 2023. Create. Oops, I gotta do all these things first. So list. Oh, I gotta upload my list first here. Go back here for a second. All right, I gotta create my list first here. Black Friday current clients 2023. Upload that CSV file that we did earlier. Upload. Cool. Emails. First name. Oops, let's type my first name. Last name. Cool. All right, save. So now we're uploading that same list into our phone CRM. So Black Friday 2023. All right. Send to that list we just created. Black Friday current list, 170 people. Save. Send from. We're going to pick our phone number. So our number is Bozeman 5-Star Cleaning. Save. Select date. This goes out on Wednesday. I think I said it's going to be 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. Apply. Save. Create your message. So we come back here to Black Friday. And just like this. Just like, yay, happy Thanksgiving, click save. So you can see here that I can't click the add opt-out template. It's whatever. Great. So this is going to share a price with us, how much this is going to cost. And then we're going to have to pay for it. See if we have enough money to pay for it. If not, I'm going to ask Evan. I'm going to borrow some money. Cool. Okay, save. So this must be something new from when we did the 10 DLC registration. So I guess they're gonna wait for us. They gotta wait for something, but sure they'll let us know, and then we'll come back here and we'll add the second message. So the second message you can choose to put on a blast, or you can just follow up with people. I recommend probably just following up with people on this one, to people who didn't respond, or maybe who the conversation just stopped, rather than if you send the blast out, because the blast, what you have to basically remove the current clients who did respond to this. So I'm actually not going to recommend that you put this second one on automation. I would do it by hand. And the way that we actually are going to do this email specifically in our company now, because the opt-out text is a problem for us when we send this to our current clients, because if our clients opt out from a message like this, they actually opt out from all communication from us. And this happened to us in the past, and then we can't communicate with our clients like in between cleans. And so we actually don't send a text blast to current clients anymore. So I showed you guys this so you guys could send this out if you guys chose to. But how we actually do this now is we do a group message inside Just Call. That takes a little bit longer, but it removes the ability for the client to opt out, which keeps us in the game for longer than just Black Friday, because we want to continue to serve our clients like Susan Bianchini for years, not just Black Friday. So what we'll do is we'll go to number, for example, and we'll go back to this list. These are all of our current clients. And so I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember how many people we can send at one time, but let me just try it for funsies here. Let me just do 30. Let's just try 30. So I can copy these messages here. I can go and Just Call, and I can paste them in here. And then you got to come back behind, and then maybe I shouldn't do this so much. I should probably do this like 10 at a time. I'll do this like 10 at a time here. A little bit simpler. So it takes a little more time. We have our VAs who will do this, but come in here and copy. And then you just put little commas here. Boom. Take this plus out. A plus is a real pain in the butt. Cool. Just like yay. Ta-da. Okay. Just like yay. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Just delete all of them. What the heck? Zero nine nine one. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. Susan's let me down here. Yeah. I'm not sure why it's not letting me do it that way, but anyway, you'll have to come through here and basically put your clients in. And this might take a minute to do. Anyway, so this is how you do it. I'm sure there's a faster way to do it. Sorry. And then you actually can schedule this message. So you can put your people in there. You can send it later. So you basically can do the same thing. Just show you an example here. Yeah, so this is the message right here. Cool. Send later. We can send this for Wednesday, 10 a.m. Apply. Cool. And then where to find scheduled messages? Not exactly sure which one I sent that under now. Okay, so I didn't even save it. So this is how you would do it inside. Well, maybe Susan Bianchini's is a landline. Maybe that's why it won't let me send it. Let me just take hers off for a second. Cool. So then it just goes right in here. And then again, this will be with all the contacts you put in there. So it'll send all the message out at one time, but then each person replies in their own inbox. So for the sake of time, I didn't put all those in here for you guys right now. But that's how you can do it in Just Call specifically. Again, I'm not sure about any other platform, but the reason that we don't like doing the bulk SMS is because it does provide the opt-out template. And you can see, like in our inbox, we have backup 5-star cleaning lines, and also that payment costs $3. So if you guys were using a bulk SMS, that would cost $3 for you guys to send that message. So again, if you want to, you could just pay now and they'd be off to the races. Again, the reason that I don't like doing it is because then it provides the opt-out template for our current clients, which then creates a real havoc when we try to do any sort of communication with them. And that's why we created the 5-star bucket, the 5-star backup numbers to be able to, so we can still communicate with our current clients. And so now we have multiple numbers because we made that mistake. So, okay. Let me get back into the chat here. So that's actually how you send the text messages. Again, the reason why I think the text messages are as successful as the way they are is because the way they come off, they come off of super like curious base. So even if you have never sent emails before, you just send the emails just to say, did you just get the email? That is really why you send the emails. And the fact that you'll get a couple people from the emails, it's just think of it as a bonus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Tyler, I have no idea if she knows. I have no idea. Okay. So does anybody have any questions on this Black Friday play so far? So right now we've sent emails and we sent text. Does anyone have any questions? Does everyone feel like they can do this?
I have a question.
Go for it.
Do you have any recommendations for like KPIs, like expected open rates for the emails or anything like that? Or you just
if you send it, it'll be better than 0.
Gotcha.
I have no idea. Like so it's a fair question. The reality is that it just depends on how much you already communicate with your existing list, right? So it's like how good of friends are you with people you're going to email? If you never email them, you never talk to them, and then you only email them when you want them to buy things, it'll be low. If you consistently provide value to them and consistently talk to them and give, and then make an ask, the likelihood of them doing it is higher, right? Also depends on if you're sending this out to like all prospects, if you're sending this out to just current clients, like the list matters itself as well. Then really those two things matter. Just kind of what I said before is that usually like you like the more that you give to your clients, the more they want to help in returning to you. So the cool thing about this I just showed you right here, that like you send emails, it doesn't cost you anything. That if you already have an email autoresponder, and then to send like a bulk text, if you guys do decide to send bulk text, it costs you $3. And if you just send regular normal text, it doesn't cost you anything. So the nice thing about this play is that your downside is 0. Your upside is very, very high. And so I love those bets. Those are my favorite bets. I try to find those bets as many times as I possibly can in business. And the more times you can take those bets, the higher probability you have of winning. So it's a fantastic question.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Drop service. You say there's a different platform you use to bulk SMS text because it's $3. No, I was just saying that the $3 is the cost. We don't send the bulk text because it offers an opt-out thing at the bottom, which if our clients decide to opt out of this specific campaign, they opt out of everything from us, which means we can no longer text them about current cleans, or we can't text them about any of the little nuances that we text our current clients about. So I don't do it anymore. Right. It's created more of a pain in the butt. So now we just send like a group message, or if you need to, just send the messages individually. If you have 170 people, then send 170 individual messages, or just pick your top 30 people you think are going to buy it. Right. And then once they say yes, then pick your next top 30 who are like, okay, maybe they'll buy it too. Cool. Great question. All right. Anybody else have any other questions before we round this thing out here with the actual gift cards?
I have
themselves?
a quick question.
Go for it, Jose.
Hey, Logan. Thank you for this again.
Yeah, dude.
My question is, do you think would it be smart to use another number and not the company's number to do this automated messages, just so the carriers won't pick up on it and spam your number?
So the problem with you run into it with yes and no. If you want to do it with a totally new number, then you have to open that up saying like, hey, this is Jose with whatever your cleaning company is, and then go into the into the message. The thing that we have found out now, and I think maybe we were just oblivious to this, or maybe it worked back and doesn't work now, is that when we get one number blocked, it blocks all of our numbers within Just Call, which would defeat even that, which is again why the reason why we don't actually just have a whole separate number just to send these type of messages to, like a bulk SMS number, because we have found that if they block us on one number, then we can't text them on any of our numbers. Now that's currently. In the past that it used to let us do that, but now I literally just tested this a couple weeks ago, and it definitely did block us on all of our numbers. So you have to test it on your specific platform. It doesn't make sense why it does that. It should just unsubscribe that number. But in Just Call, if you're using Just Call, then that is what I have seen. That's the evidence that I've seen up to this point. So just be careful if you do decide to do that you do test it first. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Great question. Great question. So again, we want to provide value to our clients, but we also don't want to do it in a way that then we can no longer communicate with them, which makes it very, very difficult. So, okay. Alexis has another great question. What platform do you use for the gift cards? Oh, it's a great question. We're getting into that right now. We're about ready to get into that piece of it. Pat says, I think it does for every time part of the ATPA registration. Yeah. Cool. JHL gives you the option to opt them back in even if they have opted out. Cool. Yeah. I'm sure there's always workarounds. Again, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. I'll let you know all the scary monsters in the closet, and if you decide that you want to go fight them, that's on you. I'll just let you know that they're there. Okay, let's talk about where we get these gift cards from. So the cool thing is, I think the first question that I always had when I did this is like, well, do I buy gift cards now? Like, if I'm gonna run the offer, I should have the gift cards now. And no, we don't do that. What we do now is we wait until people actually buy the gift cards before we buy the gift cards. So instead of us having to guess or assuming, I just wait. How many gift cards get purchased or depending on how many I buy. Okay, so this way you actually use the money from the clients to buy your gift cards. It's very similar to how we think about client finance acquisition, is that when we run ads, whether you run it yourself, or whether you have an expert like Evan running ads for you, like the idea is that every time you put $1 into ads, you get $2 back out. And so if you actually use a credit cards all give you 30 days window before you have to make a payment. And so if you can spend money today, and in 30 days you can turn that $1 into $2, and you can pay the credit card off, and you have $1 to put into your bank account to do one of two things: continue to market, or you can stash it and start to save up some money, whatever season you are in your business. Okay. And so that mindset is very, very powerful. That's why we teach it. But it also applies to something like this, is that as soon as the customer gives you $100, $500, then you take that money and then you go buy the gift cards. Okay. So yes, you will have some expense in this. That expense will be in gift cards. And so let me share my screen with you. I'll show you where we get the gift cards. And okay, so at the very, very bottom of this document, again, James will drop in the chat probably one more time, the bonus guides, the cleaning army handbook, the kids chore chart, and the laundry guide. They're right here, so you guys can grab those. Make sure you download those. You guys will send those to your current clients. But the Black Friday cards. So I'm going to show you what ours look like. So we get ours off of Vistaprint. And so this is the ones that we did last year. I think these are the ones we actually used. This one right here. So it's really simple, a gift for you. And then on the back, it just was, I don't know if I can turn that around or anything. Yeah, it just says presented to and then valid until whatever the date is. So they're really simple. And if we look at the basket, we add to basket, depending on how people buy these things, you could be spending $40, maybe $50. So look at that. We make them real, like, we get that one. Cool. Front, okay, sorry. Here you go. Here's the back of it. Oh, so fancy, right? You can put how they redeem it, yada, yada, yada. Presented to, valid until. If you put a date on this, it's actually really good because you get people to use it. Get back to the idea of urgency and scarcity. It works. So use it, put a date on it. Otherwise, people will they'll forget about it. They'll sit on it. So say it's valid till the end of February, for example, right? Or whenever you want to use it, till the end of March, till the end of January. Okay. Think about like they will be getting these primarily for Christmas gifts. Some people will use it before that. They'll give it to somebody like right away, but usually these are Christmas gifts people are giving to people. And then if we go to quantity, so depending on how many we're going to buy, obviously the more you buy, the cheaper per gift card they are. So let's just say, for example, let's say worst case scenario, you got all these pesky customers who want to buy these stupid gift cards, and you got to spend more money. Gosh dang it. Anyway, let's say it's worst case scenario. Let's say it's 55 people. Okay, let's say 55 people. So you actually got to buy 100 of them. Okay, it's 55 people. Dang it. Only 55 people bought these. Or what you guys could do, you guys could just limit it to 50. There you go, right? But let's go worst case scenario. Let's say 55 people bought these stupid gift cards. So that would cost you, let's say, so you got to buy 100 of them. So it's $76. Let's see how much the shipping costs. I'm sure that's what everybody else wants to know. Like, how much does shipping cost? I have no idea. It's going to cost something, right? So we put these in there. No, I don't want any of this upsell. Don't try to upsell me, Vistaprint. You can't get me, bro. Smarter than you. Stop. I don't want custom mugs. Custom pins. Ooh, give me that custom hat though. Let's check. I don't want a website. All right. Shipping. Calculate at checkout. Of course, they're calculating me at checkout. You're gonna get me good, aren't you? Oh, if we just did more, we could get free shipping on anything over $100. So let's just see. I'm just curious what shipping is. Okay. All right, we could just do the standard shipping. So, okay, it's gonna cost us $88. So it's cost us $88 to buy, let's just say 55 is the worst case scenario. So if we got 55, if we sold 55 gift cards and we're charging $10 per gift card, that means we're gonna make $550, but we don't get the profit that, dang it anyway. We got to spend $88 in order to make 550, 88. So we're only profiting $462 to get the opportunity to get a referral. What do you guys think? Good or bad deal? Good deal, bad deal? Should we spend $88 to make 550 or to make to make 462. That's like a worst case scenario. Maybe. Yeah. Love it. Okay, cool. So that's where you get it. You get it from Vistaprint. Again, that link is in the chat as well. And so you have to make up your own mock-up. You can make it really simple. Like you guys saw how simple it was. And the question of, do you make them expire? Like if somebody wants to redeem it in April, let them redeem it. But put a date on there, Nancy. Dang, anyway, you're so by the book. If you say it expires in February, but somebody comes to try to redeem it in June, let them redeem it. The whole point is just to get them to actually use the stupid card. That's all, right? So if you put something on there, then it gets them to actually take action on it. Cool. Yeah, and if you guys want to, again, we did this in the past. We actually just sent the gift cards like a virtual gift card. So if you want to do it that way, you can do it that way too. That's all. I just found that actually buying the gift card and giving it to them it made people actually value it more, and it made our team value it more, most importantly. And when they actually got the referral, they treated it like it was like we had paid for it, right? So that's my own recommendation behind actually buying the gift card itself, because it makes it more real for our team, makes it more real for the customer. And this is just a whole big game that we're playing. So the more that we can appear for it to be real, the easier it is for everyone to play. So cool. Okay, so we did the Black Friday gift play. Does anyone have any questions? This play is really good. It doesn't cost anything out of your own pocket. Any cost that is associated with it will be paid for by the customer itself. And you really don't have to, like, you don't buy the gift card until you actually get the person to actually pay for the card itself. And so set the expectation when somebody asks when you get the gift card. Like you saw, like you can order right then and there, said by November 28th. So like I always tell people that we'll have it to you before Christmas. And then if we can get it to them sooner than that, we will. But you got to keep in mind that we're going to deliver it to our office, first, and then we have to send it out to the current clients. So there is an additional time frame that it takes to do that as well. So yeah. So hopefully you guys got some value from this. If you did, let me know in the chat. Curious if you guys got any value from this. These are trainings that are fun, but at the same time they can get long because it's a lot of like clicking buttons, monkey see, monkey do, and they're not as engaging. There's not a lot of stories to be told. But thank you guys for sticking around. Yeah. James, thank you for dropping the link to the masterclass in here. James will try to get this uploaded as quickly as possible. So give James some love for being in here, for dropping links. He's going to get this uploaded into the masterclass as quickly as possible. So hopefully you guys can actually use this. If you guys need to go back and utilize this tonight, you guys can. Yeah. If you guys got value from it, you guys use it, please put your results into the Facebook group. That's actually what you guys can do if you guys get value from this, is actually use it and then put your results in the Facebook group. And let me know if it worked. Let everybody know if it worked. And yeah, like it's worked for our business, so we'll see if it worked for your guys' business. But happy Tuesday, y'all. Just as a quick reminder, there will not be a weekly coaching call this Thursday. Thanksgiving is trumping our weekly coaching call. Dang it. Anyway, but next week we'll be back on Thursday, and yeah, that coaching call is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays moving forward. And yeah, so make sure you guys put that into your calendars. Other than that, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Go serve your customers, and look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a Thanksgiving, guys. Bye.